Here are 11 must-eat restaurants when you go to London, and maybe one you could skip. Let me tell you why. It had been nearly 25 years since I was in London, and over that time, food has gotten way better, humming with ambition and flavor in every corner. So while I was really in town for my sister's wedding, I had to dig into as much as I could to get a taste of not only its rich history, but the culinary scene that's driving the city forward into the 21st century. Love food as much as I do, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss one bite. Videos coming soon from Dallas, Kyoto, of course my home city of New York City, and so much more. Over the past 10 years, Mayfair Chibi has been one of London's best fish and chip spots, blending the classic dish with a little more of a modern feel. 2 locations, each with a pretty big menu, but let's be serious, I'm here for one thing and one thing only. I had been awake for over 30 hours after my red eye, and nothing on earth could have felt better than this cold pint of Frontier Lager. But then the fish and chips themselves. You can pick between cod or haddock, and they had suggested cod. And of course that comes with a bed of chips with tartar sauce, mushy peas, and curry sauce. It's everything I want in fish and chips. Light, super crispy batter, more than enough fish to hold up to it, and those big soft potato chips with a little touch crisp. Maybe I wanted a little more salt, but I loved getting into all the sides as well, especially with the chips. I devoured this thing. And the meal was a little bit over 36 pounds, or about 50 bucks. So definitely not cheap eats, but that was a ton of food.
All right, so I'm definitely beyond stuffed, ate too much and ate too quickly, but I was starving and I'm still very tired. I'm like, I need energy. It took like 15-20 minutes to get in, so that wasn't bad at all. I mean, listen, I'm no fish and chips connoisseur, but in terms of like what I'm looking for, it's like super crispy batter, but not too thick. Still like getting a nice big chunky piece of fish in there, which is great. I'm very happy that was my first meal here, and very happy to got fish and chips, and very happy you guys recommended that one to me.
Want this guide in written form? Check out my Substack, which has every restaurant, a Google map with everything laid out, and my tips and tricks for visiting London.
Once again, I'm trying to find out if bagels outside of New York City are worth it. Okay, actually someone told me these are pronounced bagels? I don't know. Either way, everyone swore by the legendary Bagel Bake here in London, open 24 hours a day and serving 7,000 bagels daily since 1974. This is no frills, old school, and I love it. They are most well known for their salt beef bagel that comes with mustard and pickles, and of course, I needed to try a smoked salmon cream cheese. So I figured let's start with the smoked salmon and cream cheese to get like a better sense of it, because this is obviously a bagel that I've eaten many times. I think the bagel itself has some really nice flavor in there. I really appreciate the chew in there. It's not really super crusty. It's very soft all around, almost more like a supermarket kind of bagel. But like flavor-wise is good, and cream cheese and lox are good, smoked salmon are good. Very satisfied. Maybe this is bagel. I don't know if they toast in there. I didn't ask. She didn't ask me, so I figured let's just get this. Maybe this is a bagel that, may never toast, but never toast a fresh New York City bagel. If you toasted it, got it like a little more crunchy on the outside, but it's a thick boy in there, so it's definitely gonna remain chewy. I think are pretty good. They loaded this thing up with so much meat. It's a hard one to get to. They're pigeons circling me. I feel like they're gonna try and grab the bagels all on the floor. No, go away. I appreciate how much meat is in here, but I actually think it's too much because the meat is like a little chewy, but it feels like heavy to swallow. I think on such a big, thick bagel, also a bagel that like bagels lean a little more dry. I think it's like a lot of dryness in there, and you have the pickles and you have the mustard to kind of counter that, but I don't know if this is like the greatest combo. Even if the flavors are there, I don't know if I'd want this again, where I'd eat that smoked salmon one 100% again. Got mustard pitch shell. I like that. Ooh, it shoots right up my nose. Yeah. So I think overall, I really like the flavor of bagel. I think it's lacking a little bit of texture. Maybe toasted makes it so much better. Does it compare to New York City bagel? No, of course not. Do appreciate it. They got their own little style here though. Yes, would I be happy eating this all the time? I'd be pretty damn happy. So I think it's a good vote of confidence, even if like nothing's ever gonna compare to New York City bagel. I also got a cream cheese bagel to bring back for my dad, and in total this was $17.89 US. pretty crazy for this much food.
Borough Market is a must-stop in London. It's the oldest and best food market, with its history dating back over 1,000 years, but its current incarnation and building going back to the 1850s. Every day, it's over 100 stalls serving all kinds of incredible foods. It can be overwhelming, but I had Kate Ovens with me to help me find the best of the best. The Black Pig might have been the most recommended of anything I try in London. Small menu, but big flavors in their sandwiches. I got the best one, which has slow roasted pork, a fennel and apple slaw, honey truffle parm mayo, salsa verde, pepperoncini sotolo, more parm on top, and I added crackling.
I mean, the first thing you're getting is that just like intense crunch of the crackling. So absolutely add that. The bread's fantastic. Super, 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 super juicy pork. Nice sweetness in there. A little bit of acidity, and just like a punch of that Parmesan. Like the aroma hitting your nose, sort of like enhancing all the flavors in there. That slaw is great too. I mean, it's a lot going on. I think that like with so much, a little bit of it's getting lost. Like, do I taste the, you know, all that truffle mayo stuff? Maybe not, but it's a great sandwich. Well, there's the fat also. Wow.
Next was the ginger pig and my first sausage roll, which wraps up a big sausage into a flaky pastry dough.
It is so buttery and flaky, and for like how thick that meat is, it's really unbelievably juicy. Like seasoned really, really well too. Like crusty and just soft in there. Get a little bit of ketchup on there. All right. The little acidity and sweetness in there is really nice to cut through that richness. But either way, I don't think you need it. Oh man.
It was hot that day, so we popped into Cole, which is a full sit-down restaurant just on the side street, allowing us to cool down and eat some amazing Mission Bib Gourmand recommended Thai food. We stuck to just a few small bites and got the grilled mussels, chicken bamboo skewers, and the stir-fried cabbage with shrimp paste, Thai garlic, and chili.
All right, it's very, very cute in there. So you think too, like, it is very hot right now, and like most of the things here, you're walking around and waiting online, you're trying to eat standing. It was really nice just to sit in the AC, have a nice cold beer, have a fantastic meal. Because I'm eating so much, I didn't order that much. They said to get like 6 to 7 dishes between the two of us. But everything was like flavored really, really well, like tons of umami, lots of little spice in there. Mussels were prepared like I've never had before, that was great. Chicken was nice and tender, and that sort of like wok cabbage dish has some like hidden spice as well. So great space, great meal, feeling good. Definitely worth hitting up.
Always room for dessert, of course, and the final stop was Breadhead, where they had a bunch of sweets, but I needed to try their viral creme brulee donuts bursting with a silky vanilla custard, which they sell upwards of 1,000 a day.
Oh, you're getting that like nice burnt, sugary bitterness flavor right away. And then bursting through is all that cream in a nice, I mean, that is so much cream in there for the size of this donut. Very impressed by that. Very sweet. But a little bitterness is a nice slow bounce. I mean, look at my lips, because that is unbelievably good.
Fallow is one of London's hottest restaurants, open all day with a focus on not only incredible food, but sustainability, as they are known for their nose-to-tail cooking and minimizing waste. I went in for breakfast and sat at the chef's counter that may have been a little quiet at 7:30 a.m., but the food didn't disappoint. I started with a side of hash browns that come with their walnut ketchup, just like so beyond salty and crunchy and creamy in the middle. These were some of the best hash browns I've ever had. And then they make these croissant breakfast sandwiches. I got the Royale of cheese, which has sausage patty, cheese, bacon, that walnut ketchup, and a fried egg. You could also add on their homemade sriracha if you need a little bit of heat.
The sandwich is absolutely incredible. I mean, listen, a breakfast sandwich on a croissant just works, but like every single layer was like every flavor coming together. Getting a nice, buttery, crusty croissant, that smoky bacon, the great sausage flavor. There's like a little bit of sweetness in there too, a little bit of acidity. The egg, oh my God, so the layers of fat are getting also. And then like, just to make it even more perfect, they gave me like their own sriracha to make. So if you want like a little, it wasn't even that like spicy, it's more like that like fruity little bit of heat just out on top of it, just like flavor, 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 texture, 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 texture. But then those hash browns were incredible, like so beyond salty. I loved it. And creamy crunch. Oh man, I feel great. Was it the best breakfast ever? I don't know. Here's the thing too, when you get a breakfast sandwich like that, I try to pick it up. It really ends up being a knife and fork job. But whatever, tastes the same. But damn, like you could tell how much they thought out like every single component in that dish.
From a home kitchen during COVID lockdown to now over 20 locations across London, Buns from Home has quickly become a fan favorite bakery. Buns are what you want, and that's what I got. I got the cardamom and their savory spinach and feta.
That is so nice and delicate. Just that crispy. Really chewy, really buttery, and just a little bit of like hint of like the teeness coming through. Subtle, but nice. And I like the kind of like, I thought it was salted first. It's just like crunchy sugar on top too. Feta and cheese, yes. That cheese is not crazy strong. It's almost way more like spinach flavor coming through. But the cheese, what I like about it is you're still getting a nice like crustiness of the pastry itself. But the cheese is still kind of gooey on there. The cardamom though, that's the one.
Dishoom has been a fan favorite in London since 2010, expanding to a few locations with its fun and story-driven menu of Bombay comfort food. So many people recommended I come here for breakfast, and it was exactly what I wanted. I started with their house chai, which was sweet, and the spices were like almost too intense, definitely a wake me up drink. Kejriwal has 2 fried eggs over their chili cheese toast. And the bacon naan roll, which I added an egg to, starts with their freshly made to order naan wrapped around applewood smoked bacon, eggs, cream cheese, tomato chili jam, and coriander leaves. Everything had fantastic aromatics and almost leaned a little sweet, which was interesting. But that naan roll was just perfect, balancing nicely with the bacon, eggs, cream cheese, and jam.
Okay, I mean, like, I think the lessons I'm learning here in England is that, like, you want to eat as much Indian food as possible because that breakfast was really, 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 really great. I think the bacon and egg naan was definitely my favorite. I mean, I love naan, and actually lean like a little sweet, which I found really interesting because I don't even know if I've ever had like an Indian breakfast before. So that was sweet. Their house chai was really great. That was also a little sweet and also like hot. It's getting steamy out here today. It was a little hot in there, so I had one. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna drink water after that. And I'm gonna go grab a nice coffee right now. And then the other dish I got too, that was really fantastic. Just like nice, like wasn't overpowering in any direction really, but like beautiful, fantastic eggs in there. And just kind of like nice, a little like kind of spice hitting you, but not hot at all. Just more like the fragrance of it in that dish. Yeah, very satisfied, really great. Happy that this was like super duper recommended to me.
Having pie and mash for the first time has made me realize why Britain was so intent on colonizing the world for spices. Pie and mash is a British classic, and the oldest and most iconic restaurant serving it is m.manze, which opened in 1892 and has been family run since then. So I had to give it a try while I was in London. It's a minced beef homemade pie that comes with mashed potatoes and liquor, which is not alcohol, but a parsley sauce. You order how much you want of each, it's plated in front of you, and then you find a seat to eat. I also decided to try sarsaparilla for the first time.
Can't get a good sarsaparilla like this back in Springfield. It angries up the blood.
You like it, huh?
Absurd!
Here's the thing. I'm thrilled that I got to taste a little bit of British history, but I don't know if this is the indictment of the dish or how it's made here, but it kind of just feels like a plate of mush with very little seasoning or flavor. I mean, parsley sauce? Parsley isn't exactly a flavor bomb. The pie texture was great, and adding a ton of salt and vinegar made the whole thing much better, but I don't know if this is something I ever want to eat again. And the sarsaparilla tasted like medicine.
Okay, so I got some delivery here in London. I ordered them from Bao. It smells absolutely incredible, so let's get into it and see what I got. Trying to make a mess in my bed.
I got their Taiwanese fried chicken nuggets.
The aromatics are really nice. Definitely dark meat, which I super appreciate, just way more flavorful. Like a nice little crunch.
That also came with some hot sauce.
Oh, not crazy heat, but some real heat in there. But nice balance of sort of like super salty little chicken nuggets here. Really good.
I got their pork bao.
Again, just like the aromatics coming off that meat is so unbelievably good. I mean, I always love a bao. It's nice, soft and chewy. And all of its savoriness right in the middle too.
And then this braised pork lu fan rice bowl.
All right, so super excited about this braised pork. Just a beautiful little rice bowl here. And my whole thing is like, listen, when I travel so much, when I run around the all day, honestly, I'm exhausted. And I find that like breakfast and lunch are easier to do like on my own, but dinner, to go to a formal dinner by myself, I'm never just like, or very rarely in the mood to do that. So I love, listen, if I could order in and get food this good, I'm always happy doing that. I'm getting like, just these like deep, rich flavors in that meat, very tender. Pork floss in this one, with an egg, I would eat this every single day.
Absolutely everybody told me I had to get to Gymkhana for dinner in London, but dinners can be tough for me when I travel, so instead I went to their sister restaurant, Ambassador's Clubhouse, for lunch. Just as lavish and opulent, you are here for an experience, with a menu dedicated to the culture of Punjab, drawing inspiration from both Indian and Pakistani culinary traditions. So you can order a la carte. They have a lunch special tasting menu too, but come on. I traveled all the way from New York City here, so instead I did the non-veggie feast meal for £100, which you can also get veggie. Definitely a ton of food. The name isn't hyperbole, this was a feast. I pre-apologize for every word I'm gonna mispronounce, but here we go. I got their Meghalaya iced tea to start. First course is a selection of papad crackers with a hariyam chutney, barbecue imli chutney, and muli rata. Next is the pan pata and kala chana chaat, which are Punjabi-style chaat of crisp puris filled with spiced potato, beetroot, and chickpeas, layered with beetroot yogurt, green, and tamarind chutney, and a chili cheese pakod fritter, and that has a tomatar tomato chutney. Okay, these were absolutely the best bites in the meal. The barbecue butter chicken chop and the ajwani wild prawn with a hari green chutney, just exploding with flavor while both being so super tender. You then get to pick one of three, but since I was with someone, we got two: the matka barlam lamb curry and the Punjabi meti prawn curry, and that comes with a meti gobi and chana biryani, spinach, bundai palak rata, a mak ki dal, shakar khan saag, and naan. Just a ton of food. You each also pick a dessert, and we got both: the mango anguri rasmala mango mousse and the chocolate fig kheer. The restaurant is stunning, the service was great, and then the aromatics, flavors, textures, and technique in every dish just blew me away. Truly a special meal which transported me all the way to another side of the world, while already being on the other side of the world for me.
I mean, definitely one of the most special meals I've had. The interior of that restaurant was absolutely bonkers beautiful. Service is great. I'm really happy we did that like full feast as opposed to just a lunch, because like it was probably too much food for the two of us, but like I really was happy I got to try everything. And that chicken, oh my God. The prawn, unbelievable. Just every bite just like bursting with aromatics and flavor, and just, oh my God. Like truly a special meal. Now, like next time I come back to London, like I have to do Gymkhana, because I, put it off because, I was like, oh, I don't want this big giant dinner by myself or whatever. But no, after experiencing this, I need to experience that too. Unbelievable.
So, any London restaurants that I missed, let me know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe because I go on food adventures all over the world, and here are a few other videos I think you'd love.